What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. I hope you're having a great day, and I really appreciate you clicking on today's video. Today's video was never going to be uploaded just because I didn't predict it to do that well with the whole views, the likes, giving the exposure to your channel. But as a how-to, I did believe that it could help some people out that are in the same situation that I was in. A lot of the videos that I would search up on YouTube didn't really end up helping me at all. There's not a lot of information with these cars just because not a lot of people do their own maintenance to these vehicles. You guys will see by the title, it is a German car, so you know a lot of these cars are luxury based, so you don't really tinker with them too much. And the videos sucked. Videos didn't really help me out is what I'm trying to say. So I hope my video helps you guys out a little bit. I really do try to explain everything as best as possible. I do feel that I lacked with the angles of it, just not showing you really where everything is at. But, I mean, if you're getting under your car, you'll probably see how everything is, and I'll pretty much show you where every little spot is at. And I hope that I can help you out with today's video. If I do, drop me one of these, and if you're new, subscribe to the channel. I have a Civic, and now this new car that I like to work on. But, welcome. Welcome to the channel. But I hope you guys can enjoy today's video, and I'll see you guys maybe at the end, maybe the next video. I hope you guys can enjoy the video. And also, for those of you guys that don't have this car, buy one, so that I could feel like I helped you out too, and so we could have a little crew where we all just come together with all of our cool little car. I don't want to say it, bro. This is the unofficial video where I show you guys anyways, you guys get what I'm saying.
It was at this moment that he knew. He fucked up.
Ow. That is why you do not open boxes like that. Damn, this thing is heavy. Alright guys, we're gonna take a look at this bad boy. That's a big boy. So that's pretty much what the starter looks like, guys. Pretty heavy little thing, and when I look at these, I really don't know what I'm doing. But we got this. Let's go head out to the Mercedes. The Betty, the sauce machine. What I really hate about this parking, freaking cats are always just walking all over your car. Let's put that right there. This is the setup we got going on with the jacks. Decent amount of room under the car. So let's start looking for that starter. That is the starter. And as you guys can see, we got a lot of things in the way. I watched a couple videos and they don't explain anything. So we're gonna try to explain it out a little bit, try to figure out our way around it. The only problem that I really do see is gonna be the steering column. That's the only one that I'm gonna be struggling with, but other than that, let's get right into it. The first two bolts we got to take off are these, which I don't know exactly what they're called. I think they're called like the torque something, and start taking it off. This is the air conditioning hose. You don't want to disconnect the air conditioning hose from itself. You just want to take off these bolts, and then you should be able to move it around. Now that we got that out the way, that little blue cable, I'm just gonna get it out the way because it's kind of hooked onto the starter. I believe it's connected to this one right here, so pull this bad boy off. There you go. And now you move this one out the way, and we could push this one down just a little bit. We might have to disconnect this one just because it might be connected to the starter. These studs are what screw the starter onto the transmission. I'm using the new starter to kind of get an idea of how many studs actually hold the starter to the transmission. Always do this if you can't really see all the bolts from the angle that you are at. I almost forgot to do this, but before you start working on your car with any electrical components, make sure to disconnect your battery. Move that out the way. We're just gonna disconnect the negative terminal and we'll be fine. So we're gonna go ahead and remove this little bracket with this 10mm Torx, whatever it is. That bolt up there, there seems to be another one. Yep, right there. And we have to take those off. These are really long studs or bolts. These are like long ones. So I'm gonna go ahead and start removing that one. It should be a E14. One of these, like again, Mercedes is really weird. Should be an E14. I told y'all, look at this long ass bolt. But it's two of these that I gotta take out. So I took out both of the long bolts from the top, and look at that. It pretty much came off. Like I just pushed it off with one finger and it just popped off. Let's focus all the way back here. As I push the starter, it hits into that bolt right there. I'm gonna figure out what this is, and if I need to get it out of the way, I will. I managed to take this thing off. I really don't know what it is, but it was two bolts, and then I was able to push it off, and it gave me all of the room so that I could basically take off the starter. Without that little thing in the way, I am able to push it off even farther than what I was able to. But that harness connects to the starter. I've been just wedging it out with this, and it's almost out. Like it just needs that much more. And oh no way. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. I had enough of cars for the rest of the year, bruh. We're just gonna cancel the channel till next year. Now we got it in a way better angle to see if I could disconnect the cables or even just drill out this bolt. That bolt right there is what disconnects the harness from the starters. This little thingy right here, but none of my bits fit in there, so it was really difficult to take it out. Now that we got better room, I'm gonna see if I could find one that fits so I could take it off. Oh my gosh. That is the harness that you have to take off. In order to take it off, I don't recommend it, but if you're stressing out and you really can't, I just broke this, so I was able to put the 13mm socket onto that bolt and then just loosen it up, and there you go. Let's start looking into installing the new starter. Starters look sort of identical. One's just a lot cleaner than the other, and I really don't know how it works out with these, I guess, sprockets, whatever they are. I don't know if it has to line up with something in the inside or if it just goes in like that. I hope there isn't a certain way that you have to do it and it just lines up on its own. This little bolt is the bolt that I connected to that harness, so we're gonna use this new bolt with these washers and we should be fine. So I gave up and I decided to take out the whole steering shaft. It was just this bolt right here that I took out earlier and a top one up here. And you really just have to pry it upwards and then take it out. It sits on that little sprocket and you just gotta pull it off. This should make it way more easier. We have tons of room now, and hopefully we can get the starter in without any issues. Everything is bolted up and I'm really nervous to test out the car. I don't know if it's gonna turn on or not, but the starter is swapped out now and there's only one thing to do. Let me connect the battery and I'll see you guys inside the cabin. Car is kind of teetering because we're still on the jacks, but I'm nervous, guys. I'm not even gonna lie. Alrighty, here goes nothing, y'all. No fuck! Oh my gosh, and it started beautifully. And I have work in about 30 minutes, so I gotta go shower. And just gotta clean up, guys. I'm so excited. You guys have no idea. You can do it if I can do it. I know nothing about cars, y'all. This is something that I was just going off YouTube, off the research, and just looking around, taking off parts and putting it back together.